Hi everyone, so today we are going to create a little how to pack the Ice Ultra video. I've got Austin with me today.
Hi.
This is unbearded Austin. Every time I see him he's got a different look. For the jungle, completely clean shaven. For the ice, went for beard.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to seeing what the desert is. It's going to be a whole new...
Wait and see.
whole new look. And what we're going to do basically is go through Austin's pack, and it'll hopefully give you some ideas of how you can structure your bag for the race. Now, just like we did the Jungle Ultra Pack video, what Austin has necessarily might not work for you, so it's really important to use the information that you have and your preferences to kind of structure your pack, but this will give a real good idea of the kind of kit that you'll need, especially when it comes to things like food and stuff. Just obviously spend a lot of time getting used to these kind of calories and things. But we're going to quickly whip through what Austin has, and we're going to start with the backpack.
Yep.
Okay, so what backpack did we go for?
So I went for the Ultimate Direction. It was the first time I'd used it. I'd always been a big fan of the Raid Light, but it's a good size 20-litre pack. I've got only one bottle up front and one bottle down the side. Really comfortable. I have to say that was a great pack. This is exactly the one I used. A few little pockets at the front, but I didn't use a front pack at all.
Okay, and with the bottles that you have there, one of the problems that the ice runners face is obviously in the low temperatures that bottles can freeze and water can freeze. So how did you get around that?
So I don't like to use the bag and a tube concept because I don't know how much I'm drinking, and hydration is really important for me to focus on. So when I've got bottles, I know what I'm drinking. Freezing is obviously a problem, so I use Noon's hydration tablets, which actually reduce the freezing point because they're salty. And then I use these Camelback insulated bottles, which really did help. You gave us hot water at the checkpoint, so I could fill especially the one that I wasn't going to be drinking from immediately with hot water, and the insulation really helped.
Yeah, and I think it's quite important to remember that this year was relatively warm compared to what it could be, and some of the guys with the tubes were struggling at that, especially if they didn't clear it out. That's the problem you have with a tube. With this, you haven't got so much of a problem, but once those tubes froze, it took so long to unfreeze them and get them into a position where you can drink out. Where with this, at least you can kind of crack it and knock it about.
Take the top off.
Yeah, so these insulated bottles might be a thing to go with. Okay, great. So then we've got a couple of the kind of mandatory items that you need. So Glowsticks. We've got two types here.
So actually, I ended up. I don't know whether this was cheating or not. So I don't know whether you're going to make rules about this. These were glow sticks that I actually took. Yep. These are the glow sticks that probably everybody else took generally. So these are much lighter, and I'm a weight freak, so I carried my scales over to the race and left them in my main travel bag. But
they're fine. Yeah, so they're fine. The whole idea of a glow stick is if you used to get lost out into the wilderness, that we'd be able to see you, or you'd be able to kind of just have a little bit of light to look after yourself until we get there. As long as they've got a decent lasting life on them, which they're normally about 8 to 12 hours. So as long as you've got that, realistically you're not going to be too far out there. And then also, if you're running at night, to put on your back just in case the snow bike's coming behind you, have got that extra visibility. So they'd be fine.
Yeah. So those are great. They were really nice and light. Okay.
And then we have head torch.
Yeah, head torches. So I like the Petzl. They're nice and light. They've got really good light. I have to say, because you're in the snow, you don't need a lot of light to be able to see. And I took, instead of taking a backup torch, because I was concerned about what would happen, I took one of this tiny little Petzl light, which actually, if I was to do it again, I think that's the only thing I would take. Okay. And that works really well. It just has a little pull out there. Alright, just wrap around the head, and actually that would be plenty of light. Yeah,
and it's also probably important to remember that we've moved the race later on in the month now. So where you was doing it in like beginning to middle of the month, it's now towards the end of the month. So that it gains 15 minutes of light every day from there. So there will be more light.
So we had about 5 or 6 hours worth of light.
Yeah, and then dusk tend to last for ages before it became pitch black. Okay, so you've got head torches there, and then we've got, let's go into these things here. So this is a blizzard bag?
A compulsory kit, blizzard bag, standard one. I think it was about 200 grams, something like that, but it's an essential kit.